I know they are around now. They are around now. You don't come. You don't come. Don't go. I don't go again. You hear me? Only now, only now, I got me job. Yeah, I'm there now. How much is that? One man say, this young man don't come again. See, he don't resemble person where he go. The third person. Don't know how to work for bank. 38 million liters of petrol smuggled out daily, every day. Every day. Who they smuggle out? All this government. That's it. 38 million liters every day. This government is the worst corrupt government. They come back corruption. Why not the corruption? Only 8 years now we have come Nigeria. We are working to collapse Nigeria like this. Only 8 years. Foreign community. Never reach 8 years. That's 7 years. Don't borrow again. Cut your costs. Cut all your expenses. Don't borrow again. You are sensible. This is what I'm saying. They are praying. They don't get paid. Something down. 41.6 trillion. 41.6 trillion. International community. Oga, cut all your expenses down. Don't go there again. The family. That's not down. Yes. All get that. All the constitution cannot be without say if the president don't say my Nigerian president. After all, South Africa. Why say only Nigeria? And that's why they do what they're doing.
Yeah, good morning, esteemed viewers. Welcome to the program. This morning, bystanders at the newsstand. I am Christian Chiku. Once again, welcome to the program. This is the 2nd of September 2022, a Friday in the city of Lagos. We are here to get Nigerians reacting and responding and giving their contribution to the reports that we have on our dailies this morning. Once again, you're welcome to the program. Agwebo in Mafidon, I see that you are online this morning. Welcome, Mr. Agwebo in Mafidon. Let's go straight to the newspaper headlines this morning. Yes, Funigas, I see you. Robertucci, I see you. And also Cleanscapes, I see you. Welcome. This morning, let's look at the Nigerian Tribune. I have the Nigerian Tribune with me. I also have the Nation newspaper, the Nigerian Tribune, and the Nation newspaper. Let's start with the Nation newspaper. This morning, Oyo Messi above the masthead. Oyo Messi to interview 86 persons for the Alaafin stool. 86 persons are vying for the Alaafin stool. 86. Screening begins on Monday. 11.9 billion naira stolen from Kwara's treasury between 2011 and 2019, says report. 11.9 billion naira stolen from Kwara's treasury between 2011 and 2019, says reports. Okay, debt management office is saying giving reasons why our debt profile will continue to rise. That is from by the debt management office. EFCC arrests Ogun Assembly Speaker Luomo. EFCC arrests Ogun Assembly Speaker Luomo. He has been taken to Abuja for further questioning and investigation. The Nation says that Nigerians out of school children now 20.2 million, says UNESCO. Nigerians out of school children now 20.2 million, says UNESCO. Going by the latest global data in the United Nations Education, Now Scientific and Cultural Organization, 20.2 million children are out of school in Nigeria. The organization said a new and improved methodology was used to arrive at the latest figure. Said there are 244 million children and youth between the ages of 6 and 18 worldwide who are still out of school. According to the statistics, in India, Nigeria, and Pakistan have the highest figures for out-of-school children globally. The Nigeria figures have oscillated between 10.5 million and around 15 million for more than a decade, with the situation growing worse due to the degenerating security situation. Okay, 20.2 million children out of school, according to UNESCO. Wike bombs Ayu. Says that the PDP chair is a prodigal father. The PDP chair is a prodigal father. That they will deal with him. The party crisis is deepening day by day between Wike and the chairman of the PDP. 38 million liters of petrol smuggled out daily, says Customs DG. 38 million liters of petrol smuggled out daily, says Customs DG. Let's look at Wike and Ayu. The days of the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Dr. Iyocha Ayu, may be numbered, following a fresh plot by the governors elected on the platform to sack him. The governors have started mobilizing members of the National Executive Council Committee to be part of the move to forge unity ahead of the 2023 poll. They may request a NEC meeting any moment from now. It was learnt yesterday. Yes, sir. More than 38 million liters of petroleum motor spirits or fuel are diverted daily. Comptroller General Nigeria Customs Service Ahmed Ali said yesterday. Ali said he found it hard to understand why the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, which puts Nigeria's daily fuel consumption at 60 million liters, releases 60 million liters is being pegged as the consumption rate of Nigeria daily, while 98 million liters, according to the Comptroller Customs, he said 98 million liters is being released, is being documented by the NNPC Limited into the market, despite the fact that 60 million liters have been said by the NNPC that that's the number of liters Nigeria consume daily, but 98 million liters is being documented. He stated this during his interactive session with the House of Representatives Committee on Finance on the 2023 to 2025 medium-term expenditure frame and fiscal strategy paper. There are various questions we need to ask. How true is this NNPC's 60 million liter daily consumption claim? How true is this claim? Number two, why should the corporation supply 98 million liters daily? Why should the corporation supply 98 million liters daily? And when they said we are consuming 60 million, how come we are having 98 million liters? Now, 38 million liters of petrol smuggled out daily. Who is responsible for that? What happens to that 38 million liters? Who collects the subsidy on this excess? These are questions we'll ask this morning. Okay, Alaafin interview for 86 contestants begin Monday. 86 contestants for the Alaafin of Oyo stool. 86, almost 100. Plenary stalled as EFCC arrests flies Ogun Speaker to Abuja. EFCC arrests flies Ogun Speaker to Abuja. The Tribune, the main headline on Tribune: Nigeria's debt hit 41.6 trillion naira, says Debt Management Office. Nigeria's debt hits 41.6 trillion naira, says Debt Management Office. World Bank survey rates Nigeria 195 out of 197 countries in debt to GDP growth. World Bank survey rates Nigeria 195 out of 197 countries in debt to GDP growth. Wike replies, your children made you chairman, will also teach you a lesson. Lagos Ekiti voted against LG autonomy. Abi and 9 others voted for NU. Yes, sir. Let's look at other report. INEC to publish final list of presidential National Assembly candidates September 20. INEC to publish final list of presidential National Assembly candidates September 20th. Okay, Buhari's presidency has failed integrity test. That's from Governor Otom. Buhari's presidency has failed the integrity test. That is from Governor Otom. 11.9 billion naira stolen from Kwara Treasury between 2011 and 2019. One thing this government lacks is accountability. There is no form of accountability in governance in Nigeria. No form. And those that will hold them accountable are docile. I have Mazi Chigozie. Good morning, Mazi Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Christian, and to esteemed viewers, good morning.
Okay.
Mommy Keji, trust you are recuperating, and it's been a while. Mazi Tunde, how is my boy doing? Mazi Kelly, my greetings from here. Trust my boy is doing great.
Okay, let's start with...
It's a moment of bliss. I think this is the first time you're saying the truth. I've known you for saying the truth. That there is no accountability, there is no transparency, and there is no governance because without governance, without accountability and transparency, then it means there is no governance. And the essence of governance has been defeated. So by that submission, I think you've been able to exonerate yourself from
what I'm trying to say is
from the blame.
How do we get the government accountable? Because we see figures, 41.6 trillion, this one says 61 trillion, 98 million liters per day, somebody says 60 million liters, 38 million. How do we get the government accountable for all this?
you cannot work or establish this principle of social justice with a system that is not existing. The system does not allow transparency, does not allow coherence, and does not allow, of course, accountability. So, who do you hold responsible? Who should take responsibility of that? So that's why we are calling to for the dissolution of this system that continue to give undue advantage to those political elites. How can you tell me that you are in Nigeria, you don't know how many barrels of crude oil that is being explored within your country? You don't know how much is being expended on daily basis? There are reports on how many barrels of oil that has been imported. Some claim 98 million. And you are paying subsidy on this 98 million. I'm telling us that Nigerians are using 60 million on daily basis. Where on earth can you believe that? What kind of arithmetic, what kind of calculation can make such submission? You're telling me somebody that bought 30 liters today will also buy 30 liters tomorrow. So it means that Nigeria is consuming 60 million liters on daily basis. Who is deceiving who? These are blunt out and unfounded falsehoods intended to continue to siphon the public funds.
Who will hold them? Like, if these things are being
who is the government?
Reported, I think the citizens need
who is the
hold the
commander in chief?
Accountable.
Who is? If you're telling me that oil is being stolen, 38 million out of the 98 is being smuggled out of the country, who is the commander in chief of armed forces? Who should be held responsible? No, you are asking me. Who is the minister of oil, petroleum? So the president, who is Buhari, should be held responsible. And his orderlies that shares part of the proceed of cruelty.
Advising him very well.
How will you advise them when you know that it was intentional? They allow the system because they are benefiting from this flawed system. They allowed the lacuna, they created it. It was deliberate, of course.
It was deliberate.
It was deliberate and intentional. That's why Nigeria, being the sixth largest oil producing contraption, not even a state, the oil natural resources become a cost to them. You are telling me you can't have a defined statistics on the consumption, domestic consumption rate of your own country. Then what other statistics do you have? So these are an act of wickedness intentionally and deliberately sustained. And yet, you see now, the debt profile of Nigeria as of today is 61.something trillion. Maybe by the end of this month or next month, it will get to 100 trillion. By the time any person, probably, if at all, there will be election, because you can't continue to tell me that with such level of debt, and you have no any short or medium or even long-term plan to offset these debts. Already, the government has told you that you have to brazen up. People telling you to brazen up, they fly abroad to take care of their medical needs. They flew abroad to buy singlets for their children and concubines. They flew abroad to buy burger. The burger I told this person promised to. It is one thing to promise and to fulfill it. That is maturity. You said you will send burger to Chigozie, and you have not done that.
That is between you and him.
And that is between me. No, I have to say it because he said it publicly, and I have to, of course, make known to the public that, because it is not just about me. It now involves everybody. So he should be held responsible and to do the needful. You see, I leave it to his conscience anyway. Well, I'm not in any way trying to insult him, but as a word of reminder, as a onye kwere ụmụ ndị mmụọ nkwa ji ekwensu ụgwọ. Then what I'm saying in reality is that this country cannot continue because already economically it has ceased from existence. You cannot tell me that a country that, look at ordinary local government, if local government chairman is passing here now, there will be almost 15 entourage. Local government. Then if the state governors are coming here, then they have to lock down all the economic activities within this. If the president is coming, they have to declare sit at home for the entire Lagos. Because of the level of entourage, those people following him are benefiting directly or indirectly from this flawed system. You see, the level of corruption endemic within Nigeria can never allow the system to move forward. The masses continue to become victims of this cruelty. You see, what is meant to develop, what is meant for the masses, you can imagine over 30,000 children within the age of 0 to 12 we are lost annually in Lagos, not just in Lagos, as a result of pollution. What are the modalities? And they are telling me that Lagos is one of the second largest economy or states or whatever in Africa. What is the essence of that economy when it does not affect the common man? You say you are the largest oil producing state, but it does not affect. It does not. What is the life expectancy? What is the working condition? What is the average? Welfare of an average Nigerian? Is there any prospect? Is there any good future? ASU is now on strike. The 4% you are budgeting for education now, you have reduced it to 0%. No plan for the future. 20 million points. There are countries of the world that are doing exceptionally well, that are not up to 2 million. Countries of the world, you can name them. Google them. Some are 3 million, some are less than 5 million. They are doing exceptionally well, and their people are being cut out for. Now you have armies of over 20 million Nigerian children out of school. You have destroyed over 100 generations to come by depriving them and denying them the opportunity to access basic education. This is basic education for crying loud. This is not advanced education or tertiary education. You deny your own supposed citizens basic education, access to basic education. Access is not working. They have gone moribund. Nigeria education system is dead as far as I'm concerned. And there is no any sight, any solution in sight. After I've gone indefinite strike, God knows when. You see, it might end, continue to the next 4 years. Because there are no preparation, there is no deliberate and conscious attempt. Then how do you call it a country? A country that is not accountable to the people, does not, engage the masses meaningfully on issues and matters that borders on their existence, on their welfare, and their life and coexistence. You can't imagine this is just more or less a banana island. A useless entity. So unfortunate that we have within the corridor of power people who are wicked, who never loved Nigeria. We have foreigners and aliens who control the system called Nigeria to the detriment of the indigenous people. Because you cannot tell me that you are in Nigeria and you cannot invest, you cannot come up with modalities on how to better the lot of your brothers and sisters. Huh? Have you seen any kind of wickedness? You belong to a family and you are working against that family. Huh? And when Chigo says, speaks the truth, you tell me that that is hate speech. You can imagine the rascality, the uselessness of the system. And how much is the exchange rate today? What we are saying that the system cannot work, whether with P2B or not. Telling me P2B is there to fight, they will fight him dirty, whether you like it or not. Who else will come there and fix the economy? There are robust system if you want to entrench economic revival or ingenuity. Great opportunity. Look at, I listened to, is it AIT or one of their programs this morning. I said yes for Nigeria. I said, forget about this thing and they make noise. Nigeria is already gone. How can you continue? Is that how UK is being run? Is that how UK economy is being embezzled? Their politicians embezzle their money. Is that how Americans' economy is being run? No, ask me. Is that how the health system is being run? And your president will flee this country to go and assess basic health for checkup. The politicians, the House of National Assemblies or whatever, abysmal assemblies. You see? Who takes over close to 30 million on monthly basis, and you cannot give only 300,000 to professors. 400,000 to professors. Most of them sitting there, dozing off, don't have education. In fact, in a self society, they shouldn't have anything to occupy those positions. Professors cannot earn 400, 300,000. You're opposing them, say no work, no pay. Which work are you doing there? Huh? Apart from fraud, apart from taking what belongs to the entire masses for your own demonic and selfish dealings. It's so unfortunate, and we cannot continue with this system.
Okay, let's look at 38 million liters times 145. We have almost 5 billion naira every day. Times 5 billion naira and 365 days. We have trillions of naira stolen from Nigeria's government. That's just from one side of this petroleum stuff. Now, subsidy. Who is collecting the subsidy? That's the question.
That is the fundamental issue. Who is collecting this? You tell me that 38 million is being smuggled, which means the subsidy you are paying on those 38 million is an outright fraud. It's an outright fraud. Then who are you paying the subsidy of 98 million barrels of oil? Who is collecting the subsidy? Abi Christian, are you the one collecting the subsidy? You let us know. Who is collecting the subsidy?
I'll ask Mr. Lucky.
I probably know. Finnegas must be aware. He may be part of those collecting the money. You see? Because he settles from UK down to there. When it's time to collect the money, you land and collect the money.
He's your friend. He's your friend.
It's my friend, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't tell him the truth. If he's had any truth to tell me, he's free to tell me. But the reality that this system is corrupt, endemic corruption, pandemic corruption, which cannot allow, of course, give rise to systemic corruption, and which invariably results to the death, economic correspondence, social. We don't have enjoy social security, no health security, no education security for our children. Over 25 million. They say about 20 something, but it is more than. These are what they can capture. Over 50 million Nigerian children are out of school. With this current economic hardship, over 70 million to another 20 million has joined those out of school students. Because you can't tell me now I have about 250,000 to pay for my these are manageable in this beginning of the new term. You see, how can you afford that? If things are working, you wouldn't find it difficult to fix those minor necessities. It's a basic necessity. It is the right of every child to access basic education. Basic education is fundamental. It's to national development, to capacity building. Because you'll be able to know how to communicate, and write. You'll be able to, cohabit, know how to relate with others. That is the essence of education. And know the value of human nature, human life. Most of them didn't have access to education. That's why they don't value human life. They spend most of their lifetime, greater part of their lifetime with animals, with cattle, with goats and animals. That's why they are behaving like animals. That's why they place more priority and importance on animals. I've never seen Buhari visiting any national, any scene where there is national catastrophe involving the death of the super citizens. But I've watched him visit Nasarawa, visit Katsina, visit several areas where there are cattle rustling, where cattle are being affected, paying them ransom, paying them, which means we have people within the corridor of power who are animalistic in their tendencies, in their way of thinking and reasoning, who place no priority on human life, the life of your own citizens.
Okay.
The whole U.S. government moved to rescue only one person, one Navy SEAL that was kidnapped in this around the Chad basin. Even before Nigeria could say, hey, they have rescued the person and told Nigeria that this is our mission accomplished. But trillions, 200, that's why, of course, Autumn made that statement. He says it's a vote of no confidence.
Yeah, Buhari has failed the integrity test.
He has failed the integrity test. This one is not because they're talking about that. Maybe they should go and hold him and arrest him. This is the reality. You have failed the integrity test. The essence of life, when you have the opportunity, is to better the lot of the masses. And look at the United Nations have given their observations or report that about more than 5,000 children will going to die as a result of starvation. You see, these are projections that they are less underestimated. Now, what are you doing, my esteemed farms, to ensure that those lives of these children are being preserved? Can you partner with us? Can you see any way, any channel of assisting those children? What have they done wrong to deserve untimely deaths? To be subjected to such level of cruelty? This is not about the civil war. People are still suffering kwashiorkor today. People are still dying of hunger. Of recent, though I don't have the money to sustain it, I took it a point of duty to give at least two children. Yes, let me not say 2 or 3. 2 children. Okay. Basic breakfast. What can you do to save life? Not continue to blame the government. Already, the government has failed. But we can, of course, take responsibility of ensuring that humanity is being preserved. Okay. By the way we react and whatever we can do to support humanity. It is unfortunate that this system, even Nigerians are still struggling just for basic needs. Somebody told me that in UK, in parts of America, that basic food is not a prayer. They have overcome that tendency of God. Our Father who has give us our daily bread. He said they have overcome that. If you're hungry as a human being, you have rights to live, to eat. That's the area you can access food, basic food. Balance diet for your own distance, depending on whenever you secure better jobs. Okay. And people are struggling. Even your take home, is not enough to put food on the table.
Feed me this morning.
Mr. As if you do. Yes, I believe I have the potential.
Thank you very much.
And one day I will feed the nations.
Thank you very much.
But you should remember, the only way forward is the restoration of Biafran state.
Okay.
Because the blood of those innocent children will continue to cry against Nigerian states. That's why you continue to see impunity, wickedness, remains unabated in Nigeria, because those blood is still crying.
We have our viewers wanting to contribute this morning. Mr. Kunle, just give us 2 minutes. Let's listen. 2 minutes. Who is online?
Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning,
yeah,
everybody.
Mr. Sunday, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr.
Yeah,
Christian.
you have the floor.
Yeah,
Good morning,
as
Mr. Sunday.
everyone.
You can contribute to the program this morning.
As Mr. Lucky, Mr. Chigoze, Mr. Matthew, Mr. David, my greeting to all of
Yeah,
them.
contribute to the program, Mr. Sunday.
Okay, why are we are talking about a 38 million liters smuggling out of the country? Why we have a president that is Minister of Petroleum, that nobody, even the Tinubu that is contesting for election, cannot go and ask him, how is this thing happening in this country? But they are normally crying that they want to rule a nation that have nothing to write, a fair nation, a nation that nothing to write to my bad. Are you hearing me? A nation that we have
Okay,
army,
Mr. Sunday,
soldiers
your
killing.
network is not
Are you
so
hearing
very
me, Abi?
favorable where you are.
Are you hearing me now?
Probably you call back. You join back. You join back. We can't hear him. I can't hear him. I have Mr. Kunle. Good morning, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Christian. I greet you. I greet you.
Yeah, let's start with 86 for Alafis 2. 86 persons will be interviewed by the Oyomesi for Alafin 2.
86 person just jostling for wants to, which is the Alafia for yours too. I see that selections of the kingship in that empire or your empire has been a bit faulty. Why can't they, copy the system of Ibadan empire, the governor kingship empire, as Ibadan is now? They always, promote themselves from one ladder to another, right? And once you get to the peak, you become the next candidate to become Oba. But in this situation of 86 people, no matter who they anoint or they picked, the Ifa picked among the 86, there will still be posts. I mean, Turbaning crisis, post Iwuye crisis. So I think this is time we have to do away with tradition, a bit of tradition, because our tradition is not even the real. We've neglected it for a while, and we are just half baked practiced, and we are just on half. Devoted to tradition in this country, and if you can just imply apply the modern methods of sorting out all these kingship contenders, it will be better, because there will still be crisis no matter how. Even if they select one person among them, you will see several court cases that will still stop that Oba from performing his duties as a king of the Oyo Empire entirely.
Okay, let's look at what is on the minds of Nigerians today. 98 million liters is what we consume per day.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
From the custom CG, we have 38 million liters smuggled.
They said we consume 38.
98.
And
38 is being smuggled. Even the 60 million liters remaining.
Yes. Thank you for going there. As we have now, we are pumping out 1,300,000 liters of crude oil out of this country as it is. Normally, it was like 200. It dropped when there was stability of peace, when there was peace stability in Niger Delta area. But today now, it has dropped to 1,300,000 liters of fuel. How come? Crude oil, yes. And the stolen one, the NNPC cannot tell me. They don't know how our crude oil is being lifted up or is being stolen out of this. this first castle, the fuel, what's it called, subsidy they are telling
The
you,
time 100 million liters diluted fuel
was imported.
You are forgetting,
They said,
you are forgetting that one.
they said, you see, you could see the AGF. What's happening to the AGF now? That's the Attorney General of the Federation. He has lied low. Nobody hear of him again because all the promises, all the lies say we are going to bring Boko Haram sponsor to book. We are going to give them secret trial. The oil theft, they will not go scot-free. You know. I mean, a lot. One day, one trouble. One day, one crisis. One day, one crisis. That is what I'm telling you. The custodians of this so-called country, right? They are disconnected already. And when they are disconnected, the youth who has to take their own liberty into their hands. Because I could remember, I'm a part of Fela Farms, right? I love his song, a great philosopher. All this thing that is happening, he has told us. Mismanagement, authority stealing, authority stealing, pass arm robber. Public inquiry, yes. Then go form public inquiry just to show the anti-corruption people. And the people that form the public inquiry, they have been guided about where the result of the outcome of the inquiry, the outcome will have been transmitted to those people that they said they should come and make inquiry of. So it's been the more you look, the less you see in this country. Nothing can work as we standing on this, say, the so-called Nigeria of today now. This Nigeria you and I have, nothing can work. Those are them. Those are the leaders that they are, you call them, what's it called, bed of same looters. Those are the leaders that, see, any honey, you are licking every day. And they are telling you the honey will soon dry. The honey, that's going to be a sad news to you when you are licking a honey every day. And you don't want that honey to dry. But people that are not benefiting from that honey you are sucking, they will be praying that it will dry. And they will tell you, say, this honey, you are licking, it will dry one day. That won't be a good news to them. They will see the way things are as we have. Number one thing we neglected as youths.
No, let's hold these people accountable.
Who is going to hold them accountable? Can you hold them accountable? Can you see, as it is now, you are saying you want to hold them accountable. When you want to hold them accountable, we have to start from the grassroots. How many times have you been to your local government to ask your chairman of local government that, Mr. Man, we want to look into can you print out the budgetary allocation they gave to you this month? How many times have you sent a letter to your governor that we want to know how the federal allocation you've been collecting, going to Abuja every month to collect, how are you spending it? Can you give us the breakdown? We are docile. We are docile in a country where
I'm interested
the citizen
on raising our spirits.
You're interested in raising the spirit.
Yeah,
you can raise the spirit. You can raise the spirit. You can raise a lively spirit, but you can't raise a dead spirit. The spirit you have now.
Docile. You say we are dead.
That is the dead spirit we have. We don't have a spirit of, motivation. We don't have a spirit of doggedness. We don't have a spirit of. We have a docile spirit, and a docile spirit is more or less like a sleeping spirit. A sleeping spirit is more or less like a dead spirit. That is what is going on here. Because if you have a lively spirit, we will not be where we are today. We will not tolerate all this nonsense to where we are. And some people are still telling me, vote this one, vote that one. Is the one. Nobody can do this country as it is. Me, I don't want 8 years of suffering again. I don't want 8 years of Nigerian madness again. I don't want 8 years of maladministration again. I want 8 years of a new beginning, a new brand constitution that will lead everybody
what
to.
Do you attend?
Hear me? This is not a matter of church.
Because pastors are saying that Nigeria will come back to his feet again.
To what?
To his feet.
No,
Nigeria will come back to his feet again.
Pastor can say his own, right? Pastors are there with all this maladministration happening. Have they gone to Aso Rock one day to tell, one-on-one, to tell the people in charge the truth? Have they gone to governors' offices to tell them the truth, or to deliver them from all this satanic this thing. Are they gone to Abuja for prayer point to pray for all these people? Say they need deliverance. Are they told them that point blank? See, everybody is looking for relevance. Everybody is looking for what is going to put in his stomach, because you could hear what Kyari said. You could hear what Kyari said not too long, that the majority of this stolen crude oil money, they are being filtered into churches and mosques. You are aware of that. So what are we now saying about pastors, Muslim? They've corrupt the pastors, they've corrupt the imam, you see, it's so demonic the way things are now. The situation is so demonic, and nothing can work under a collapsed system of government. It's just a kangaroo system of government we are operating now. Everybody have a free day to bite his own national cake, and the national cake now, they've been biting, and it's reducing drastically. When there's no national cake to bite again, then let everybody go their separate way. Because the way things are now, my brother, the so-called sovereignty, the so-called a country, nations called Nigeria, is not working, and it can never work the way we are operating it now.
I'm also concerned on the subsidy collected on this petroleum.
Yes. That is what that subsidy.
There's a question on the 6.72 trillion naira subsidy collected.
All those ones are under authority stealing. That fella said. Those are authority stealing, in the sense that they will form one, vocabulary, fuel subsidy, expeditions, under recovery, shortage gap. I mean, budget shortage. This thing of their names. You see their names, different names. They copy from Oyinbo, and they are imposing that name on us. When you say, when fella said there is authority stealing, stealing is stealing, thief is thief. Public inquiry, you now start setting public inquiry, mismanagement. What is mismanagement? Thief, not thief.
If you cannot hold your government accountable now,
that's.
Is it when you have a Yoruba nation that same thing might happen? That you hold your government accountable?
What we are doing now is we are holding them. We are conversing. We are conversing.
Going to the office.
We are speaking loud.
NNPC office.
Yes.
Staging a protest. Asking. Let us know the figure of liters that is being produced and that is being consumed. That's what we call activism.
That's the CSO, right? Human Rights Community, or what they call them.
CSOs. Civil Society Organization.
Civil Societies Organization. Why did they went asleep this time of the day? Everywhere, every sector has been bought, has been corrupted, has been infected. Look at the CSOs, the Civil Society Organization. Those prime days, you hear them crying loud. You hear them talking loud. You hear their voices louder. Even activists, in which comprises of the lawyers. And who are the CSO? Majority of them are lawyers. There are a lot of lawyers among them. Where are the lawyers today? It's just like going to defend political, cases, going to defend politicians. Sorry, I have Qatar, so I'm just trying to get rid of it. So going to just defend the defenseless, the looters. So that's why I said the CSO, they failed us. The lawyer in this country, they failed us, because gone are the days that we have vibrant lawyers. All this maladministration going on now. There will have been investigative lawyers that will have deep down to bring out the facts for them. And I want to give kudos to Mr. Oyekwere. Oyekwere make me happy this morning by coming out to tell us the truth of what is going on. Because there was a committee they set up for the House of Rep and the Debt Management Office, which is Mrs. What's it called? The one madam there. She was trying to defend the government. Oyekwere brought the analysis. He broke it down that Nigeria is indebted with almost 6 trillion naira. We're talking now. 61 trillion naira.
Yeah, he says that 41.
61. They won't tell you the actual.
Debt management.
Yes, debt, but it's 61. It's how many now? They say 41. Said this is where he wronged him. This is where Oyekwere wronged the woman. That don't mislead Nigerians. We are indebted with 61 trillion naira. And out of the 61 trillion naira, the 20 trillion naira is being held, is being indebted to Central Bank of Nigeria. And when last did you hear Emefiele coming out, cry loud that Sanusi did that? That same Malam we called Sanusi, that we said is a Malam. He cried out that the way they are tampering with our reserves, they are entering. There's not dollar. Emefiele is there, keeping quiet, and his children he believes he is made. Every one of them believe, but their children are here. Their children are still growing. Their children, anywhere they are, they will still come back, because home is home. They cannot die in where they go and hide them there. And you have all these billions you have been looting. You have all these billions you have been looting, and you cannot even set aside minor and a quantum of money, amount of money to settle us. If you value education, if you value people's life, if you value a future leaders you want for this country, is that how things have been done? That is why I tell you, say there's hope. There's no hope.
20.2 million.
Here's your own
children,
hope coming from.
Out of school children in Nigeria. 20.2 million out
is
of
that
school.
hope? Is that hope? Is that hope? I know you media, personalities. You don't.
You have not asked me what my hope is all about.
What is your own hope? Where will you?
Before you start, you bury somebody.
Where
20.2 million children, out of school children.
Sorry.
Says UNESCO.
I have to put sellotape in my mouth again, because these are just sudden, revelation the UNESCO is giving us. That means all are out of school.
We are not talking about quality education.
Out of school generally.
They have the one for out of school.
Those out of school. See,
quality education is not, those ones that don't have quality education.
Yes. Those are out of schools. Those are the ones that you see. They will be recruiting them into bandits. They will be recruiting them into Agbero. They will be recruiting them into hip-hop. They will be recruiting them into, killers, OPC. They will to Benin too. OPC. They will be recruiting them to robbery along Benin, all those areas. Now then go they rob all these kid robbers. Now then go. I give you a cassava. That's just the problem. Where this thing, it's a serious thing, because a child that you do not train will come back and torment you in future. Because
when I was in the university, one of our lecturers told me that attending school in Nigeria, you are like 7 years backward.
Sure.
When you look globally, you are like 7 years backward.
Sure. Because there's nothing like strike in those schools, and they make everything easier for you. Tuition fee, you can. What
can be done to augment this?
Eradicate all these people that so-called leaders. They are all these political people occupying our politicians that are occupying our space now. Flush them out. Let them go. We don't need them. They've wasted our generation. They wasted a lot of. They wasted the generation. That's what we are avoiding. We still have to come, and they ought to have been avoiding. That is revolution. That is revolution. We have to say. That is revolution. Because if you are being killed softly, if you are dying softly, and you still say you want to still keep that thing, one day they will just announce your obituary. But if you don't fight back, that this country belongs to all of us, the commonwealth of this country belongs to all of us. Some people cannot be there sharing the billions. I've never even seen billion in my life before. When to count billion, millions gone. Just once I've seen 1 million say this to see for high, not to get for pocket. So when you're now talking of people going away with billions of naira, what do you want?
Commonwealth.
What Commonwealth?
I expect Nigeria should be on the streets protesting.
Nigeria.
House of Assembly.
Nigeria.
Lagos Assembly.
See,
ordinary Nigerians, if it's in the US, UK, or Canada,
a
lady with her child will just pack their goods.
Yes.
And they will just stay there.
Yes, we have a docile brain. They've turned our brain to docile brain now. We cannot do anything because the brain is not working. The brain is not clicking. There's hunger. If you are hungry, they will hammer you. You don't go think well. You go gentle last. They will succumb you. If you're hungry to walk well in yourself, don't ever experience hunger in your life, man. I pray you don't experience the extreme poverty. It's getting to extreme. People are hungry. Maybe he's an hungry man. It won't be. Can you take an hungry man to lecture room? Can you take an hungry man to lecture room or to church to go and preach? That's why in those churches they will do community service. Some of the churches, they will give you food. They will give, after that food, that is where they will now give you flyer. Come to our church. Because they know an hungry man cannot even listen, cannot even hear any sermon where the pastor they preach. So that's the situation we have now. Nigerians are hungry. We are hungry. And the solution now is to break away that poverty from us. Is that still say, confront them, say, Mr. Man, you are just in custody. You are just in custody. You are just in charge of, you are in custody of our Commonwealth. It's not your generation wealth. It's our Commonwealth. So how do we go rounds? If it is to be sharing budget to everybody, because this budget, they say budget in Nigeria, I know it won't work. It won't work. But I'm just saying that if it is to share, if it is every month, part of your budget, go and utilize it. This is what gets to you. Go and utilize it to empower yourself.
Do you know that technically you are owing 250,000 naira as in Nigeria?
As in Nigeria.
Yeah, if they should share the debt.
Should share. Yeah. Anybody that bring any such tax to me, God, thunder will fire that person. Among those, maybe what did they call themselves? What did they call those inland revenue? Any federal inland revenue that bring any tax I did not partake in swallowing or in embezzle. If the money I did not partake in embezzling, you want to bring tax to me? Come over. I'm ready. And then I will not tell you all the money you have been raking in, you have been making, all money, how did you spend? At least it's nobody's father's money. It's Commonwealth. It's our national Commonwealth. We should hire. You should hire. I beg you, go. You're not relevant. Now, yam be your problem. That these are the youth that like.
Okay, the way forward.
The way forward, number one, we are trending towards the election now. We should put aside the election. Because the election we are going to have is still going to be continuity of the madness administration in Nigeria. So what we need now is let us force ourselves to sit down. We have to force ourselves. We have to force those people. If the youth can just do that, we want a roundtable conference. Let us part a way we can bring a fresh breath into this country that we now be able to decide where we want to go. Either we want, like, there's been clamoring for Yoruba nation, there's been clamoring for, Biafra nation, and there can be clamoring for Arewa nations. Every region is blessed. Every region, every state is blessed. Why are we scared? Nigeria is blessed. The country is blessed. It's the human being on it. It's the leaders that are messing up the whole thing. So if every region take care of what they have and maintain their economy themselves, the country will be better off. Okay. The headache, no Panadol can cure all this headache that we are carrying all around. No Panadol.
I hope we will not forget this one, because in the next 3 days, Nigerians will forget what happened.
Sure, on this ones, we will still keep we are doing our own bits here.
The 100 million liters diluted fuel.
The most shocking things, before I go, is this. I keep saying there's a spell on this country. Those who caused this country, with maybe it's the innocent blood that they've killed, that is crying now. Look at the time we're supposed to be making good money. Russian-Ukraine war. Yeah. We're supposed to fill the gap for the Europe. They came down here. What's our plan? We have no plan.
We're supposed to pay our debts.
Yes. This time supposed to make more money to pay debt. Yeah.
That's 8 million liters unaccounted for.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's why you say there must be something wrong. There's a spell on this country.
If you look at it in naira, it's more than 5 billion naira.
More than 5? Yes. And you need money. What you are looking for in Sokoto is inside your Sokoto. You are still saying you are going to borrow. You have resources, you cannot utilize it. What a lazy giant country. What a lazy.
Who do we blame?
We blame the leaders and we blame ourselves. We blame the youths. We blame all those ones where they follow where they vote for, I'm one of them. I will accept that. But it has come to, a turning point now where everybody has to just take this destiny into his hand. Don't take your destiny into any leader's hand again. Okay, enough is enough.
Yes,
I'm just telling you from my wholehearted mind. I'm tired.
He said he's tired. He said he's tired. What you do if you are tired, take rope, go through,
no.
hang yourself, die.
No.
Yes, they say he's tired.
Don't wish.
Are you not that?
Don't wish.
Hold on. Nigeria is dead already. What
Is he Nigeria?
Nigeria is dead.
Is he Nigeria?
He says he's a Nigerian. Kule is a Nigerian.
So he's not Nigeria.
Nigeria is dead. What a many. Here is a prison. Nigeria is a prison.
Instead of you pray for him so that God will do something.
God is angry in Nigeria. How can you say pray for him again? I will not pray for Buhari. How many years do you pray for Buhari to come here? And then what happened? Where is Buhari when 200 and something people are missing? Where is Buhari fuel? 36 million every day missing.
That's 8 million.
I should pray for him to be enjoying, for him to revive himself with blood, enjoying, become younger and older. No. Prayer will not work again for Nigeria. Thank you. My name is Lucky Ayaguna. I don't know Lagos. I greet everybody. Thank you very much.
Let's look
Minister of Yam, everything, whatever you call me.
PK bombs are you? Say that the children you are calling made you chairman. These same children will also teach you a lesson.
Wike is playing double game. A game that cannot help him at the end. After he play game, they will score him as a goal. So for me, this election, I started with fight. It's too early. PDP are fighting themselves. APC are fighting themselves. The only party that is not on fight now is Labour. For me, I would just say the youth should just make a statement. As I'm making statement now as a youth, I will hereby say that election should cancel. Election should not hold 2023.
Is having crisis. They are saying election should cancel.
Not because of the crisis. Our constitution have to be rewrite. Because no matter anything, if Obi come there, Atiku come there, Tinubu come there, as far as we are still using the old constitution, it's not going to work. So I don't think election should be cancelled. Let the youth come out and start. First of all, that 2 million march, every 3 million march, they should do it and said election should shift. Let's first of all sit together and write constitution that will benefit the good election that is coming. If not so, no way. I expect the youth to be protesting now because I don't know what the youth are waiting for. They are waiting for election to come before they start crying. Are you getting me? If ASU can be shifting their date, our children are still languishing at home. No money to feed them in the house. And the youth are quiet. Something is wrong somewhere, my brother. Something is wrong.
Is there any hope for Nigeria?
Where's the hope? No hope now. Which hope? When debt have gone up, trillions naira, who's going to pay it? You just ask my colleagues now that is owing debt of 250,000 naira and it's lamenting. And it's true. It's not lie. Everybody is paying it with our nose in everything, in other area. Food, houses, moving, transportation. They are removing it. Even the telecom we use. So I expect the election should not hold. They should cancel the election. We have Labour. Let Labour start. All of us will join Labour and protest and demand for one thing. Our constitution should be right. And we should sit down and think, this election coming up, is it going to favor Nigeria or not? Not all these people who are fighting themselves. Look, how can you start fighting now? Tell me, when you get there, the fight will be more than that. The class will suffer it. We are the ones suffering it now. We are waiting for them to fight. After fight, then they come and tell us what we want to hear. So it's very, very wrong. I'm not happy with them. Elections to cancel.
Okay, PDP is telling Tinubu that your photo, your meeting with Tinubu will not help you.
That is not.
Jonathan. Tinubu's meeting with Jonathan will not help you.
That is not what we are saying now. PDP should focus on their crisis. I understand that during the Goodluck presidential campaign, Goodluck went to 2019, went to Tinubu and offered him some, according to dollars. And at the end, Tinubu turned back and voted for Buhari. So for him going to Jonathan again, anyway, Jonathan is a professor, you understand? They are looking for vote. This is not what we are saying. election, whether Jonathan or whether Tinubu, Atiko, Obio, that election should cancel for now. Let the youth movement, the way it's going for Obi, youth movement. Let me tell you something. For example, Obi win that election. That constitution we have cannot serve. One, go to IG, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, or Hausa. If Obi go there, remove 1, remove 2, remove 3, remove 4, how you don't think they are going to fight? Likewise SSL, likewise army, like settle. So that constitution will not work. We should see. I'm tired of talking. We should now start like tomorrow, next tomorrow. Declare that is a movement. That movement should not be for politician. Movement to say enough is enough. Enough is enough of poverty. Enough is enough no light. Enough is enough our children at home. Enough is enough that election has to be not all these old men who are deceiving us. We should protest just like the ANSAS movement. Everybody, north and south, say enough is enough. Look at now, PDP are fighting themselves. APC are fighting themselves. Is that they want to put on board in 2023? So it's a big problem.
Okay,
so for me,
let's look at
they should cancel the election.
Okay, Nigeria's debt, 41.6 trillion naira, says our debt management office. Debt, 41.6 trillion.
Let the youth ask them, what did they use the money for? That's the first question. Whether it's up to this home, whether it's more than this home, which infrastructure did they use the money for? That's the question we're supposed to be asking. Buhari will not ask himself. Senate, they can ask themselves. Governor cannot ask themselves. Let ask them all this money. Where is it? We only hear it Niger Bridge. Ibadan Expressway. That's what we are hearing.
That has been how many years now?
How many years now? And all this money. We should ask questions. We are not asking questions. Everybody, 2 million my OP, 2 million my Atiko, 2 million Tinubu, my brother. Who is going to ask questions? It's with the youth. We should ask questions because National Assembly are not ready to tell you the truth. President are not ready to tell you the truth. They might just sit down there. Things are just got this point. He can't ask questions. He just can't date for it to go. I get to me, my brother. Look at the debt. Where did they use it? Omefele cannot tell us. If Omefele is not good, why can't I remove him? Sack him. Get another person. Let you come and explain to Nigerians. How come about this debt? Where is the infrastructure? Where is the road? Go to Ibadan Express, people are suffering there. More than 10 years. How many kilometers? Go to Abekuta Road. I went there 2 days ago. Ota Road. So bad. And you have a passenger going to house to house to go and start loving 2023. And old man that's supposed to sit at home. Going to Babangida, going to Abdulsalam, going to all these people. Look at this road. Go there now. Everywhere is past. And all this money, where are they using it to? Ask the governors. Everybody is now busy in 2023. God, please, change this 2023. The election should not hold.
Let's look at 38 million liters of petrol smuggled out of Nigeria daily. This is from the custom CG.
The custom man that reviewed that statement supposed to be sacked this morning.
Why?
Supposed to be sacked. As a custom, where did this fuel go out daily? Is it from border? We have custom in border. Are you aware? We have custom in the sea. We have custom everywhere. All they know is to pursue rice, tomatoes, even yam, pursuing them.
Do you import yam?
Hey, my brother, import yam. Import yam. Did you see anyone? Look, most of these yam are coming from Benin. Ghana. Yes, now they import yam. There is nothing. Nigeria import everything. Even Nigeria import human being. Are you getting me? So this man supposed to be sacked this morning. You are there as a custom. and 36 million liter. Where is it going? Abi?
No, what he's saying is that the NNPC has
Yes.
said we consume 60 million liters.
Yes.
Now, on paper,
Uh,
when they are remitting money,
Yes.
paying subsidy, he sees 98 million liters. He's not asking the question, that 38 million liters, where is it?
okay, that's a big question for NNPC to answer. But to him too, and then NNPC will answer the question. Nigeria is supposed to ask this question now. I am saying my own. If that thing is missing, where is it going? Is it going out to other neighbor country? Custom will answer that. NNPC to minister will answer that. Who is the NNPC minister? Buhari. Silva, assistant. They're supposed to answer. Who will go and ask Buhari? How the before go on? Where does it go? Oh, our youth. Oh, my brother. I just tired. You see, I just tired. The reason is that we are just saying all this thing. Talk. No action. Oh, Ghana. Oh, no, Ghana doesn't produce fuel. Benin doesn't produce fuel. You see a Ghana man. You see Benin man. They are living fine. But Nigeria, we are skeleton. Look around. Everybody is not smiling. Nigerians are not smiling. Go to Benin and see people. Look at them. They are enjoying. Then Nigeria call it themselves Den of Africa. When you have leaders who are their brain out of brain. Motu have collect their brain. They shout like mad dog, like wicked, shouting everywhere. Lamido, Atiko, Tunubu, old men, bunch of old men. They are supposed to go and retire. They are busy. And the youth, you call yourself youth. What are you doing? You are waiting for 2023. Labor, see, our human rights, where are they? Our human rights only wait for election. And they wait for election, they will go and collect money for America, Canada, Britain. What are they doing, the youth? Labor, human rights. Lecturers, they strike for 6 months. And no youth are protesting. If you protest because of striking, America will support you. Because you are fighting for your right. But you are waiting for election to protest. 2 million march for Obi, 2 million march for Atiko, 2 million march for Tunubu. Why don't you make that 2 million march? To say enough is enough of this debt. Enough is enough, no road. Enough is enough, no food. Enough is enough, no light. Enough is enough of bad government. Nigeria can speak English. Zero. They speak English. Zero. They cannot manufacture biro. Very soon, our president will be referring to America, referring to Ghana. There is poverty everywhere. Who told you that? Ghana has more food. Benin has more food. How many Benin or Ghana in paper shouting no food, no petrol, nothing? But we produce and suffer. Nigeria is a prison. We are in prison. We are in prison. You don't need to be in this side because you become a prison. You're a prisoner in your country. So the point is that now the youth don't just wait for 2 million Obi match. Don't just wait for 2 million article match. Don't wait for 2 million match. See, the politicians are playing game. They're playing game. But you know, they start sharing 30,000 naira. You know, there's poverty. Instead of us to take our destiny in our hand now, we are here to die. Nigeria is afraid to die. But I'm dead already. I'm dead already. I'm a dead man. Am I living? Am I living? I'm dead already. One, a man that think what is going to eat today. Our children now, the small one, about to resume. Where is the money? To pay their school fees. They need to change the uniform. They need to buy books. What are we going to do? That's why you see, they are recruiting criminal. They are recruiting Ashawo. They are recruiting so many things. They are recruiting Yahoo. They are recruiting Patek. Father and other people's daughter. Things are happening. Wife have become vagabond. And Buhari is there. Watching. It's rubbish. We need to come out. The youth need to come out.
Out of school children now 20.2 million naira. Sorry, million. Out of school children now 20.2 million.
So the point is that 22 million children. All these children you see, if you check most of them, they were born in gutter. They don't born them to away because they can't trade them. They are even more than this number. Go round. You know why? The point is that all the children, I pity them. Our children coming up, I pity them. We on board, we are suffering. What would their children do? You can see them. And our people read all these things. Senators read all these things. You see them traveling to London to go and discuss there. Wasting our money. Out of money, they're supposed to give all the children to go to school. I get it. They will use it, go to London, to go and discuss about politics. Is it London that going to vote for them? My brother,
okay.
All politicians are wicked.
The way forward.
The way forward, I'm saying, is not to just talk. Nigeria is good for professor. Talking. Fella say, talking. Last labor, human rights, the youth, everybody go out and then they say enough is enough. I am not saying Buhari should live there. Buhari should finish the wahala wey carry. Finish your wahala wey carry. You say man of integrity. That is 6 million fuel are missing every day. Millions of dollars are going away. Go about foreign account, no dollars there. They have spent all the money. Carry our women to go Asorok. Young women. Like what Abacha did. Enjoying Asorok, their wife doesn't stay with them. Their wife, they're in Saudi Arabia. Which way, Nigeria? Which way?
Okay,
Which way the youth?
Thank you.
Which way, Nigeria? Which way, Nigeria? Before they say, I love my fatherland. This is my fatherland. Do you know what my fatherland again? I will call it again. Before they say, I love my fatherland, I want to know which way Nigeria. Nigeria is dead.
Yes, I have one person. Let's listen to one of our viewers contribute to the program this morning. It's becoming hot this morning. How our leaders are not accountable is something of worry.
Hello. Good morning.
I have to Nigeria this morning. Good morning to Nigeria.
Yeah, good morning.
You have the floor. 2 minutes to contribute to what we're discussing this morning.
Yeah,
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, about the petrol that is being smuggled out, this is something that can be at least remedied significantly by removing the fuel subsidies and obviously increasing the number of the size of our military. I've been calling for this for a very, very long time. If we just created 2 million jobs, 1 million in the military, 1 million in customs, police, and intelligence services, our borders will be protected. Even the NSA has admitted that our borders, half of it is not manned. So how are we living in a country where half of the post in the border is not manned, and we expect this is not to be happening? We are not serious people. When I tell our people that we should start thinking about how we are going to restore security in this country, we should be demanding these things from the government, but we don't demand it because you know why? Because Nigerians know that they will have to pay for the security like everyone else around the world. Here in the UK right now, do you know how much energy price is rising? Just in October, almost 80% in October alone in the UK. And we in Nigeria, we don't want government to remove fuel subsidy because we think we are the only ones that suffer in the world. There are people that are not plugging their heater right now. They are living in cold because they don't want to use energy. We have to be ready to do the hard thing to save us all this trouble. Because if we secure the border, those are 2 million jobs you create in the military, police, and this thing. Then we don't lose all this money anymore. So many things that we can do to solve problems in our country, we are not doing it yet. And Nigerians need to know that the power is in their hands. It's not in the leaders. Because if you tell your leaders now that you want to create 2 million jobs, they will do it. If you tell your leaders that they need to remove the fuel subsidy that is causing this fuel smuggling, they will do it. It's because the people are not demanding these things, and because they feel like everything has to be done for them. You have the power. You can decide where you want to go. Other people around the world, that's what they are doing. That's all I'm saying. If you want to check it up yourself, check it. You see that people around the world, any money they get, they spend more than 50% on the state. Any money individuals get in the West, in the UK here, in America, in Switzerland, everywhere, any money they get, they spend more than 50% making their country strong. How many, I've asked Nigerians before, how much they are willing to pay to secure Nigeria? Not one Nigerian has ever volunteered to pay a penny to secure that country. We should be asking ourselves serious questions. Because if we are not serious, this is why the country is not serious. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you have any other person? Do you have any other person? One person, then I call Mr. Matthew. Easy Matthew, this morning. Yes, sir, who is online?
Good morning, Mr. Sunday.
Yes, Mr. Sunday again. Yes, your network. So,
See, look at Mr. Lucky. He know that he don't want to listen to me.
yeah,
and
you can continue.
This is what I'll be here. Look at what Mr. Lucky just do because he heard that is Mr. Sunday name. And that is not my problem, Chad. God bless everyone. I pray for everyone. But anyone, and in short, let me not talk about that one. Let me say something about what I want to say. 38 million liters of fuel smuggled out of the country, while the custom DG is aware. That means the government, the president is aware, because the president is the minister of petroleum. If you don't take time, he's supplying the petrol to Niger, Chad, Mali, because the president Gambari said Niger, Chad are the same African country. And that is where we are still getting it wrong. That's why I told you before, I don't have a candidate. Because I will not be supporting a candidate that after he entered there, he will not have anything to show to the country. And we still remain where we are again. Because after 2015 till now, nothing has changed in this country. Which of that candidate that will promise us what Buhari have not promised us in this country? Let the president come out and raise his hand and tell me that he want to promise us, is it restructuring of the nation? Buhari promised us restructuring. With Tinubu now, God punish Tinubu, he want to contest again. And now he want to contest. What is he going to promise us now that him with Tinubu, Abi Buhari, have promised us restructuring and we have not seen the restructuring? If the problem happen in this country, have Tinubu come one day to come and sanction the president and say the thing happen in this country, you have to take a major step to stop some issue. You understand? But they are there now is the time for him to come and contest. He come and know that Nigeria is still working and they look like a fool. They look like Agboro that they are recruiting in there. Because after the answer, do you know how many young men they recruit into Agboro? Because they want to turn their head as nothing again so that they will not know what they are doing. That is where we remain where we are. Because if our children that are out of school, the university children that have not seen work to do, they have not seen school to attend, for how many months now come out on the street to protest that enough of the rubbish of our government? My brother, the government will get it right. And I promise you, even Mr. Lucky that is talking, when answers come, when there is any protest in Lagos, you will not see him showing face. Even Mr. Kule, those ones, they say that I don't want to die. He have family. I have this one. But if we don't want to die, the country will continue to spoil. And the people that are still in power will still continue, remain in that power. Let's show our anger to them that they will know. That's why I told you before that I love Arab youth. Do you know why I love them? Because when it comes to all these Arab nations, you see how when they get angry, they don't send that president. They don't send that person in that throne. They don't send that person in the seat of power. They must do everything by all means to throw that person out because what they want, they don't get it. And Nigeria now, we have, but when you come now, look at what yesterday, I be there for yesterday, Buhari had to appoint Aisha brother as a minister of one of the department of printing of currency in this country. And you are here telling me that the thing will better. When will it get it better? When terrorists are take over the country, but they are killing innocent people in southern Nigeria. And even though that's why I don't have to put the politics fight in my front, because number one, they say Wike is not good. Wike is fighting for right, because that's why one thing I like him, but I don't have a candidate. All of them now, but Wike is fighting for a good fight in this country, because Wike is fighting against injustice, but he's a wicked man and he's a stubborn person. That is one thing I know for him. But the fight he's fighting for a good fight for everybody. He don't want injustice. He don't want the Fulani to rule the country again. I do not want anybody that will not add value. But him himself is a wicked being. I don't support them. You understand? So let's stop channel our this thing up. Let's channel our problem to those useless politicians that are there, that are waiting for 2023 to come and loot, to come and steal. Who are they know, the custom DG know the way you have a security, that you have DSS as a Iflani man, custom DG Iflani man, IG police Iflani man, army, immigration, all of them Iflani. Who is the person that will go and tell Buhari that, oh yeah, I'll be smuggled into Niger, because he's the one that sent them. He don't want anybody to know what is happening in the country, and that is why we are where we are. We can never leave this place unless you, Mr. Christian, and me, we rise up to say enough is enough. And you know me, no protest that they happen, they do in Lagos State that I did not attend. Because enough, I did not just come to this TV to just view my voice. I attend every protest that come out, because I know they had a thing feel for me. And look at how many hospitals that I attend to just treat my leg. No way. But until I had to move to somewhere. You understand? That is why I say Nigeria can never work again. When I'm talking about this country before, many people blame me, Mr. Sunday. They say this, Mr. Sunday said that, but that is what is happening now. The Iflani can never allow it to happen. Look at the Iflani now, they are against P2B that you are in the Satan are crying for. That's why I tell you that Nigeria is not working. Let them divide the country and save life. Divide this country. If you cannot divide it, okay? Many countries have divided into how many parts? If you can divide Nigeria, is it 15, 36 states as we are? Let every state control what is have. My brother, it will be good for what we are passing through now. If not, nothing will move again. Look at what even me personally, I'm passing through by this time. You understand? If I use my anger, if any other president go and say, okay, now I want to form a bandit to destroy the way that Buhari recruit bandit, Iflani people to be clean our brothers and sisters. Do you think that anybody will have peace? No. But let me tell Nigeria one thing. I always said it before, everybody have mind to kill. But killing is not in our blood. That's why you see we don't practice it. But if I want to practice or begin to carry gun, to kill, to bomb, I will do it. How many are there? Are they the only one that have power to kill? You understand? Let them know, the northerners know that it's time for another person. If they know that the country is not available for another tribe, let them divide the country. Biafra is available to go. Oduduwa is available to go. If Aruwa want to go, anyhow they want to do themselves, let them do themselves for there. I don't have anything with them. You understand? Because the thing is too much. The pain in this country, because we have some stupid politicians. Why would they not have a meeting in London? Because there's no security to secure them. But me and you, we want to have meeting now. And we have the meeting inside the bush. Because if we go to the bush, the bandits will come and still kidnap us because they are afraid. They don't want Buhari terrorists to come and kill them. That is why you see that if they are having meeting, they will go to London, they will go to America to have their meeting. But me and you, we are still here walking on the road because we have no cockroach in our cupboard. Any local government chairman that will beg me, let him come and walk freely in his street. Let it raise his hand up. Even all the whole local government that is this state, no local government chairman can come out to work freely with the people without no security with him because they know what they have put. Even Buhari have put even Tinubu now, all the Agboro that he have give gun. The news is going everywhere. He have give gun that if Igbo people do not vote for him, they should kill them. He can never do anything because I know Nigeria now is not Nigeria before. Our youth now have rise up to know what we want. The time I told you people, now the youth should go and buy gun to fight for themselves. Everybody is laughing. Okay? If you have money to purchase gun, you purchase and protect yourself in 2023 because we cannot be there and see what is happening. ASU are in strike now for how many months? Nothing to write home about. They are keep on protecting, postponing and pushing. Till the day the tenure of the president will be over. No school, no exam, nothing. And the children are just right jam. The children are just right jam. Where are they going to start school? I'm asking you people now, when are they going to start school? That is to show you that there is no hope again. And that is why the country needs to be divided, even though 36 pieces is not my problem. The country needs to be divided, even though 15, 20 pieces. Let every region control what you have. Let every state control what you have. Enough of this suffering now, my brother. Nothing to write to my, but even though in Cross River State, even though I will tell you that in Cross River State, they don't have governor, because the governor that we have here is a stupid man, a president a governor that will use the money to go and buy a presidential form, 100 million, that have never achieved anything inside in 8 years, 100 million presidential form and senator form. A governor, a sitting governor, and not now, nobody have come to ask him. That's why I told you in Cross River State they don't have governor, because the governor is he have a mental problem. Thank you so much, everyone in Philip TV. Thank you for giving me time to talk
Mr.
this morning,
Sunday,
and God bless
thank
you,
you very
Mr.
much, Mr.
President.
Sunday.
And please,
Mr. Sunday is on fire
let
this
me
morning.
tell Lucky that the action is show.
The pain
Let me tell
Nigerians
Mr.
feel
Lucky.
when
Let
they
me
hear
tell Mr. Lucky
some
the
of
action
these
is show this
revelations
morning.
from
You should not repeat
the
because it's not
newspaper
good.
reports.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sunday, for your analysis this morning, your contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have Mr. Max. Is this happening?
What did this happen?
Last time you said 60 million liters. Now we are hearing 98 million liters. Let us understand what's happening.
The problem is, I think the problem is the authorities. Because even the custom herdsman, the controller general who is talking, is even indicting himself. Because on one hand, he have tried to chronicle how they have recorded success in curbing importation of, smuggling of rice into the country. On the other hand, he's talking about a 38 million liter of PMS being smuggled out of the country. And this is done through land border. And from the record, from the angle of the committee that is probing it, we are made to understand that you need about 500 trucks to lift 38 million liters of PMS. And this thing go on road. And you have custom in all the exit points of this country. So for me, what the General of Custom is saying, Ali, is self-indictment. He's indicting himself and his office because it behoves of him to ensure that through his personnel on ground, that the product is not smuggled out of the country. Another issue is he talked about what NNPC estimate that will consume is 60 million liters. How come they are releasing 98 million liters? Excess of 38 million liters every day. So I think we have a conspiracy of fraudulent personnel. Because I do not believe, I've been saying this here, even the 60 million liter is questionable. Because before 2015 election, the record showed that we are consuming between 30 to 35 million liters of PMS a day. So how come the team jumped to 60 million liters as they want to make us believe? This same government under COVID-19 lockdown made us to believe that we consume average of 50 million liters of PMS a day. So the figures are not correct. The word they claim is being smuggled is not correct. The figure they claim we are consuming is not correct because somebody is somewhere writing the figures and collecting subsidy on the basis of that figure. I think that's what playing out. And whether, if you look at it, from the office of the president, who doubles as the president and the substantive minister of petroleum resources, to the office of the minister of petroleum resources, the state minister, Timi Presiva, and all the security apparatus that is in charge of the borders, immigration, custom. You even have joint task force in almost all the border exit points. So they are all culpable. It's a conspiracy. It's a fraud conspiracy.
Okay, Sunanja said the solution to this, to avoid this, is the removal of subsidy. What do you think?
Sunanja has started again. Removal of subsidy is supposed to be the way to go. But the problem is, if you remove subsidy, Are we producing currently? The answer is no. By now, we ought to have been producing, refining what we consume. Is it not even disheartening that this government has spent 1.48 trillion to fix our refineries, and as you see, we are not refining. I know their target is Dangote refinery, because from what the group managing director of NNPC, Melekare, is saying, the Nigerian government or Nigeria as a state has gotten the right of first refusal to supply 300,000 barrels of crude to that refinery. And you can understand that that refinery have a stock capacity of 650,000 barrels per day. And Nigerian government have, in a way, and twist Dangote to acquire 20% equity from that refinery. So I think their target is Dangote refinery. Be that as it may, it's a good thing if Dangote is coming to rescue the situation. Because until you refine what you consume, there is no way removal of subsidy will be in the public interest. Because if you remove subsidy, definitely you are saying let demand and supply for the price. You are saying private sector take over the market. If Nigerians were to pay or are to pay perhaps 300-400 naira per liter of PMS, I tell you that it's going to skyrocket. It's going to amount to serious inflation. Because, yes, of course, because PMS have multiplied effect in Nigerian economy. So I quite agree to Nigeria that subsidy should go at a point. But in the interim, we should look for how to ensure that we refine here before we. There's no way subsidy is not sustainable. There's no truth about it. But the problem we have is if government were to be subsidizing the actual consumption, it would have been better. We have a situation where the government is subsidizing imaginary figure. Yes, that we are not consuming. Somebody somewhere writing the figure, claiming that that's what is consuming, and we are paying subsidy on that basis. You can imagine if 38 million liters or 38 million liters of PMS a day, government is paying subsidy on that on daily basis. You can imagine the amount of money we are paying that we are not nobody subsidizing anybody. That money is being filtered away. We could recall in the I think it was during Obasanjo when the House of Rep was probing subsidy regime, and the House Committee chairman then, Wan Farouk, who was showing so much energy as a youth and tenacity to do the job. We saw how he was roped, and eventually, I think he's 7 term now. So what I'm saying is, a lot of things happen. We have rap tripping. We have people inflating figure that does not exist. To Nigeria is right that subsidy should go, but before the subsidy goes, let us refine what we consume.
Okay. Let's look at other reports. We are looking at 20.2 million children out of school in Nigeria. That's from UNESCO.
It is part of the reason we are seeing insurgency in Nigeria. It's part of the reason we are seeing all these security challenges in Nigeria. Because take a look at Nigeria. Try to divide it into two, north and south. You see that we have more of security challenges in the north. And it's a function of the children you refuse to educate. Because any child that you refuse to give education is vulnerable to be recruited into crime and criminality. Is vulnerable to be radicalized into becoming a terrorist. It's not by coincidence that in a place like Bauchi, you see it has the highest number of adult school children. And until you address it, you are not likely going to get problem of our security challenges. If
Yes, sir, we are sorry for that network hitches, technical problem we had. I hope you bear with us. We are sorry for that network problem. Yeah, welcome back to the program. Yeah, this is Bystanders and Newsstands. I still have one of our people, Mr. Matthew, is still with us. Mr. Matthew, continue. Okay, let's continue on. You stopped. We're talking about removal of the subsidy. That is the solution to all this.
Okay, I was saying that two Nigeria is correct when he said that subsidy need to go. But the problem is before subsidy goes, we need to resolve the issue of refining what we consume. Because you cannot have a situation where you leave you deregulate the sector, you allow the private sector to control the demand and supply to fix the price, and you are still importing. The price will be too much that it reflects in all the area of human endeavor in Nigeria, because it will lead to serious inflation.
Okay.
So I'm of the view that before subsidy goes, let us refine what we consume. And it's unfortunate that since 2015 up to date, the government has expended 1.48 trillion to put our refineries in good shape. And for this reason, SERAP, Social Economic and Accountability Project, is in court with federal government to tell Nigerians, to tell the world, how come you are spending this much to fix the refineries and we are not refining? So I think the issue is with the federal government, because if as it stands, if we were refining, if our four refineries were refining, perhaps what we'll be importing will not be more than maybe 30–40% of what we consume. That would have lessened the burden of subsidy. Now, Dangote refinery is likely going to come on board by next year. And if you look at that refinery, it has a stock capacity of 650 barrels per day. It can refine 650,000 barrels per day. And federal government, in a way, has secured agreement
Okay, we are having serious network issues this morning. But what I would say is that thank you for being with us. Thank you for being patient with us. We'll deal with the network issues soon. We'll come to an end. The program will come to an end at this point. Please, thank you. Click on the like button and also help us get this reach to other persons. Thank you very much, everyone, for speaking, and every other person that has waited till this time. I'll say God bless you for supporting Flip TV. And Christian Chiku, thanks for watching. Bye for now.